Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very intriguing news now on PlayStation, where it does kind of seem like they're slowly going and taking over the entire PC side, which is very nice to go and see because it also would be probably assuming we'll be seeing a lot more PlayStation 5s, hopefully making their way to PC a lot quicker. As well as also have some really big news in regards to Xbox, where it kind of seems like the Xbox franchise is finally getting and actually moving towards bringing back some big old classics, which hopefully and maybe might finally go take the place of Halo, mainly because we haven't had too many Xbox exclusives throughout this entire console generation, in all honesty. So a lot of kind of cool stuff to go talk about, both some positives on both the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. So if you guys are a happy gamer, that's pretty much the video for you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 digital console controller. We do keep on mentioning up the brand new Samsung SSDs, link down below. We have a chance to get them up on sale, and the brand new Samsung phones too as well down below. You just want to check them out because I think you get like $50 back too as well for the second link. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys can get free stock and free money. Same with Coinbase too as well. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching. So let's go dive on into some pretty good news and definitely give your thoughts and comments down below all throughout today. So with this one, guys, we actually have some very intriguing news when it comes to the best-selling games, where it actually kind of looks like Sony is finally moving their way towards being a #1 seller. So we have this to go and talk about. If you guys did not actually go and know, very recently we had God of War that was actually set to be released and sold up on Steam, which is somewhat outside the usual vibe when it comes to Sony and PlayStation, mainly because they want to go and sell their consoles, and they want to go more so sell first-party consoles on, or first-party games on their consoles. But so far, every single game that's been released on Steam has been phenomenal, and the new God of War is absolutely not an exception. So with this, the top 10 best-selling games on Steam last week, where God of War sets a brand new record, or at least new record for Sony. So God of War becomes PlayStation's first ever PC release to officially hold the #1 spot 2 weeks in a row on Steam, which you guys may not think is the biggest deal or not. I would probably say it's pretty high up there. More in the regards of the fact that it shows that the PC market, folks with Steam, good computers, or whatever, are actually extremely enticed by Sony's IPs. And that would also incentivize them even more, because don't forget, God of War has actually been out for quite a few years. It's not just like it came out last week on PS5, so people would be hyped up for it. This is literally a game that's been out for multiples of years, and obviously we have the new game coming up in the near future for its sequel. But this is going and showing on how good of a strong foothold Sony has when it comes to the PC market. And this is why I'd hope to God and see this more, that they'll actually go and release even more games in the future. Whether they'll go and start releasing them maybe on a launch day, well, we could all pray for that one. But I'm sure in the near future, maybe there'll be like a 6-month or a 1-year exclusivity on the PS5 consoles to obviously make more money on their platform. But this is great. So basically, the top selling games for the third week of January, ending on January 23rd, have been officially announced, and God of War reaches the top of the chart for now a second week in a row. And like I said, it kind of just goes to show how strong these PC games are coming up over here. And we've actually seen a lot of other Sony IPs do very well. Good examples on Days Gone that did millions of sales. Horizon Zero Dawn, which actually started as #1 during their launch week too as well. And Death Stranding, while it wasn't necessarily a Sony game, was published by 505 Games, but with that nice close knit with Sony, would make a lot of sense too. And they were also #1 for a week as well. But this right now just goes to show on how sought after the God of War game is, because this is the second week now with it being a #1 seller. And the sales have been going astronomical, as well as the same thing too with the reviews. The reviews have had glorious propositions, I guess, when it comes to Sony, where a lot of folks are enjoying the games. A lot of them are seeing basically no major issues. There's been a few optimization, a few little baby glitches, but overall, everything seems like it's going absolutely swimmingly. So as of right now, God of War is literally performing better than both of those games too. Ahmad said on his God of War's sales performance relative to both Days Gone and Horizon. And while it is a somewhat smaller sample size when it comes to Sony games on the PC platform, it does go and show that there's been a lot of good hype behind this. So while God of War sold around, let's say, 20 million copies on the PS4, becoming a PC, it will probably be crossing the 20 million soon, because with how good and how many sales there's been up on Steam, it's kind of zooming. So overall, I think the best selling top selling games, in case you guys are curious on it, God of War, #1, which once again has been doing phenomenal. Monster Hunter Rise, doing pretty good. Red Reader or not, Dying Light 2, which is even more impressive because it is on the pre-order side, and that's actually even beating out Elden Ring, which if you guys missed that video, I made a pretty in-depth video on Elden Ring before, so make sure you guys go check that on out, and also Total War, Project Zomboid, and a few other various indie games mixed on in. So it's kind of crazy to go and see on how kind of competitive the Steam market is, but it's also great to go and see these console games performing so well. Now, granted, we also do have Xbox that also has their Game Pass on PC, so it's always intriguing to go and see both of these big boys, such as Sony and Xbox, trying to slowly make their way into the PC market. I'm a PC boy, so the more games that show up on PC, the better, and you guys know me, I'm all 1,000,000% down with that. So give me your thoughts and comments down below, but the more Sony games on PC, the better. But as well, kind of good news for when it comes to Sony, and let's go to some good news when it comes to Xbox, where there's actually been a really huge rumor floating around today that Xbox actually might be getting another big franchise, getting a big remastered collection. So this is more in the regards of how they did it for the Halo Master Chief Collection, whereas you guys remember, they went and had like, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, and they did like systematic releases, and they put the multiplayer all together. And in all honesty, I thought it was kind of good. It was a good game to kind of build up hype for the upcoming, Halo Infinite, which although was kind of, kind of iffy on the reviews, it was a good thing to kind of get people back in the Halo grind and enjoying Halo on PC. So now we actually have two major critiques on this, either for Gears of War, where they may go put Gears like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all online is what the nice like remastered collection I'll put together, or Fable, which as well, both these games I do believe have another next iteration in the works. So both of these are very intriguing. So it's been kind of a few years since we got the Halo Master Chief Collection, and through its a unique bundle too as well, but there's been a lot of also talks coming out too, as we mentioned, these rumors with either a Gears of War collection or Fable. So based on this week's Xbox Era podcast, discussed a new rumor surrounding an MCC style collection being developed for another Xbox franchise. So like I said, it's just the same thing of the Master Chief Collection, where it have multitudes of games remastered or remade depending, and basically let's see either people revitalize the multiplayer or try new things. So on the show's host, Shepnell Nick, didn't name the series, but the two rumors are both Fable as well as Gears of War. So for this, it could be either released this or next year, which is kind of broad in all honesty, but the details are incredibly light here, so always take everything with a grain of salt, kind of how it is for most rumors as they keep on slowly bunning on out. The host speculate on a bunch of different Xbox franchises, including Gears of War, which I think would probably make more sense. I feel like Gears has always been somewhat synonymous with the Xbox brand, and with Halo already out, you kind of want to have folks wanting to go get consoles and keep their Game Pass, especially for multiplayer games, or as well also on Fable, which would make a lot more sense too, because there is, I believe, another Fable on the works as of right now. There's also been a little that baby bit of rumors for Bethesda, but I'm not sure exactly what. I can maybe go and see like a launcher for most of the Skyrim type games, like Elder Scrolls games, and maybe have like, some of the older previous ones, like, Morrowind and stuff like that, maybe mixed on. And there's always a possibility, potential also for Fallout games too as well, and maybe do some nice little remakes and remasters. But I do kind of feel like this whole format seems a little bit more better, at least in my opinion, when it comes to more multiplayer games. Fable would make a lot of sense though, but I do kind of feel like Gears is the one I have to go and say. So if you guys want to give your thoughts and comments down below, feel free to. As pure speculation on our part, Gears of War seems to fit the bill the most. I would agree. Has a lot of online play. I also agree. Crossover multiple games. I agree. And of course as well would populate the servers too as well. And once again, we haven't really had too much Gears action these past few years. There was Gears 5 a little bit ago, but There's also a little bit of a maybe teaser too as well, because we saw some Gears of War post too on top of that. So we'll kind of go and see when it comes to this one. But overall, I'm someone who's down with both of these. I love seeing these PC markets doing great on both ends, because more funding means more better games in the future, which means more developers, which means more IPs. It's always just nice to see. And as well, also, I want more things to utilize the Xbox. While with a Halo basically out in Forza as well, we're not really sure what the next big step is going to be on Xbox in terms of like that huge console selling game. So besides Call of Duty, Gears of War would be a very nice, good filler game, especially as the acquisition is still on hold. So give me all your thoughts and comments down below. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you get free stock and free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later on tomorrow for more videos, and check out those Samsung links down below. And I'll see you guys up later on tomorrow for hopefully some more good restock stuff. Love you guys.